gimbal, I just basically pulled the phone out of my pocket, or just pulled it off of the handlebars of the bike. I just wanted to come down here and share this with you. This is like such a good walking beach. Anyway, so the other day I was basically all the way over there, and I was hanging out under the trees right there. And when I went for my walk, I pretty much walked behind those trees there, around the end of it, and then just over there. And I spent easily just an hour hanging out under the trees over there. It was fantastic. I think I may do that again today, because my resort is, I think Google said it's like literally 4 minutes away from here. So yeah, I might even not bother renting the bike anymore and just walk down here. We'll see. I did another video, interestingly enough, on a beach yesterday about, you know, priorities and what's important and what I want to focus on and that sort of thing. And, you know, one of the things that obviously resonated with me that I thought about a lot yesterday was, you know, how the team is going to get back together, how Gracie and I are going to get back together, you know, as soon as possible. With, obviously there's going to be some degree of difficulty, but with the least amount of disappointment, right? And, you know, and to that point, I was also thinking about the YouTube thing. And I've gotten some input lately from several people, not just one, that have made me, and not just like subscribers, okay? So, but I reach out to other people. I have mentors that I reach out to, and I, you know, describe for them scenarios and that sort of thing that are happening in my life. And as I mentioned potentially in the video from yesterday, I'm really focused on what makes me happy, the scenarios that make me happy, the environment that makes me happy. And so to that point, I think I'm going to be doing a significantly less amount of YouTube. And to be fair, I know that I have not traveled recently, and so therefore I haven't really done any videos recently that I've uploaded. Now, I've done live streams, but again, I'm just sort of saying, okay, so, I mean, I'm not doing this as a job, right? I mean, and again, anytime something feels like a job, it's like, okay, done. But being down here in Krabi and relaxing and essentially being on vacation from my vacation, I've had some time to sort of reflect and be like, wow, I'm down here in Thailand. Like, I live in Thailand now, full time. Gracie will soon be over here, and we will live in Thailand part of the time, and then go to the US, and then go to the Philippines, and then go to Vietnam and travel, blah, 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 blah. But you know, I'm not doing YouTube for the money. And there are people that are doing YouTube for the money, and they're stressed out. Not necessarily. That's my opinion of it, so I won't say that. But I believe that they're disappointed, certainly, because of the lack of revenue from their primary revenue stream. And these are buddies that I've had for like 5 and 6 years. I'm not talking about anyone, you know, recently. For example, like Dana and I mean, we're not generating any revenue from, you know, Bangkok Strange, right? So for a guy like me that basically just does it as a hobby, imagine how much less I'm making, right? I mean, it's insignificant, literally. And anyway, so it has not been as pleasurable as when I first started. And again, the priority, the focus, as I stated yesterday, is that I do these videos to update my mom. So I think what's going to happen is I'm likely going to not be YouTubing anymore. The other reason is that I get enough noise from other people that it's noise and it's distracting. And I'm like, right, you're right, I'm retired. And so what should I be making videos for? Well, my mom. So that's probably what's going to occur. And so there will probably be about 4 people on the entire planet that now watch my videos, because they will be the only ones who really get notified of them. My mom, Gracie, and, you know, a couple other guys that are big-time mentors that I've known for decades. And I use these sort of as check-ins and that sort of thing. So anyway, that's just sort of my update for today. But I'll tell you, man, if you guys get a chance to come down to Krabi, I highly encourage it. Because it might be a time in your life where you pause and you say to yourself, okay, well, what are my priorities? What's the most important thing in my life? Where do I get enjoyment? And what are the areas of my life or the scenarios of my life that potentially cause any degree of disappointment? I mean, I don't have to do this, right? I mean, if I don't necessarily like my job or my boss, all right, well, put up with it because I'm earning a living. But I don't have to, I'm not going to allow stuff into my life that doesn't add value and, quite frankly, enormous value. Pretty much everything I want to put in my life needs to add Gracie value. And, you know, otherwise, why do it? So with that, it's Mike from myassoff.com saying I hope you're living the dream, because if you're not living the dream, you're doing it wrong. And every now and then I identify a time and a place and a thing and a scenario that I'm doing wrong, and I remove it from my life. So I'll talk to you guys whenever.